Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another simple tutorial and a short video. This is another one that I have done in the past. I am a little bit on the fatigued side, on the other side of helping out my family. So I decided I would go ahead and do something simple and easy. We need simple and easy too, don't we, for our journals? Something that we can mass make if we so desire. So I'm going to be I made two of these off camera, one for the Joyful Spring Journal and one for the At the Beach Journal. I'll talk about these here in a second. And then I've got two more here to do on camera for the Beach Journal. I'm not sure why I chose two for the beach, but I will probably make another one for the, another two for the Joyful Spring Journal as well. So let me show you what they are. They are actually a accordion belly band, an accordion bookmark, basically. So I put this little sleeve on here just to keep it shut. This would be glued down to a journal page, in theory, but it opens up like this. Uh-oh, we got stickage. Stickage, there we go. Yeah, so it opens up like that. So you've got all of that writing space on the inside. These have been done to Kingdom Come. I did them a couple years ago myself. Yeah, it's very popular, but I thought I would go ahead and bring you along again as something just nice and easy. I just put a little label on the belly band here, or the closure. And just to hold that closed, again, that would get glued onto a page. So let me set that aside. And then this is the other one. Same thing. I'm not going to open it up. I did around the edges. I want to give you some dimensions because as you can see, one is smaller than the other. So this one measures, they all measure 2.5 inches wide because that's the only way I could get the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper to fold evenly. So that's why they're all 2.5. You could, of course, fiddle with that and figure out something else. This one is 7.5 inches tall. This one is 2.5 inches wide, as I mentioned, and 8 inches tall. So 2.5 wide, 8. Oh my goodness, 8 inches tall. So you know, after you go through a really stressful time, like I've got all this time now before school starts to get in the studio and play, and I just want to sleep. I'm just so tired, but I did get up and get in here to get some content up on the channel. So we've got two. So let's go ahead and start with this one just because I feel like it. So basically I have already cut everything down, and again I will give you some dimensions so that you know what I've decided to do. I think this was a 7.5-er. Maybe, or 7 3/4. I tossed it up. So you need two pieces. So in this one, I just took my piece of paper and I just cut two 2.5-inch strips, and they're going to go back to back like that with the accordion paper on the inside. So that's easy. This is a piece of my recent jelly printing. This is an original from that, and so I kind of wish it had something on the back, but it doesn't. That's okay. So yeah, we're going to use that as the belly band, and then we've got our piece of paper for the accordion writing space. So let me go ahead and take a quick moment and ink up these bits, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's a good start. So I'm debating on whether or not I ran around these. So was our other one taller? I can't remember. I think this one's taller, right? Let me just check that out. We'll cut down the one that's taller. I mean, not cut it down, but round the corners. Oh, this is 7 3/4. This one was taller. Nope, it's the same. Both of them are 7 3/4. So I think I want to go ahead and round the corners on this one. So I'm just going to use my 37mm side and just round these up. I should have done that before, but I wanted to think about that a second. And we'll just go back and ink those bits in a second. Wonder how you guys are doing. I'm nearing the end of summer here for me and my vacation. Go back to school on the 27th. My husband and I are taking 5 of our grandchildren. All but 4 of the 5 are teenagers. So up camping for 4 nights. So that's going to be interesting. It's fun. It's a lot for me. I'm a homebody. It's hard for me to be out as I've gotten older, out in the wild, wild west, so to speak, without running water and a proper bathroom and a shower and stuff. So it's hard, but I'm going to do it because we only have one life to live, right? And we only have, you know, our best gift we can give to the people in our lives is memories. So we're going to do it. So basically what I do is I hold this up. I don't want it to go edge to edge, so I hope you guys can see that. So I'm pulling it over a little bit from this left edge so that it doesn't, again, we've got a little bit of wiggle room. So then I'm going to make a mark. Where's my pencil? I'm going to make a mark here, again, just slightly on the inside of this edge. Right there. Okay, that's all you need is a mark, and then you can just fold it back on itself. Boy, one side's brighter than the other. I must have printed one on one printer and one on the other. Goodness gracious, that happens. My new printer isn't as good as my old printer, unfortunately. So then you just give that a good crease. This is 20, so this is 65-pound paper. You need a sturdy base for these, but the inside paper is I believe this is 20 pound. Yes, 20 pound. So then we folded that. So now you can just flip it over and you're just going to do your accordion fold. So I'm just lining up that straight edge with the next edge here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can see that. I can see a little bit of that edge. Not a problem. And then again, we're going to flip it over and whoops, I got to flip it this way. And we're going to fold it one more time. One more time. I can get it straight. There we go. Boom. And again, it's not perfectly straight, but it does not matter. And then we want to cut this excess off. So I'm just going to make a pencil mark here, and I'm just going to turn to my cutter and trim that off. So let me, we want to round these two. So I found that because it's 20-pound paper, I can punch through all 4 layers, which is super nice. So I'm just going to do that really quick. Make those nice and rounded. Again, perfection is not at play. This doesn't bother me. I can see that we've got a lot of different layers here going on, but it's okay. Let me get that back in there. I guess we're good. So you can see that that's not even, but it's okay. Let me ink this up real quick. There we go. So of course you don't have to ink all of those. I just like those segments to kind of stand out. So then you're going to want to fold it back up. It doesn't matter which way it folds, but I like to start like this so that this is, let's see, was that right? I guess it doesn't really matter. I didn't give it much thought when I did the prototype, so yeah, doesn't matter. So what I like to do is put the glue on here. I am going to use Fabri-Tac so that I have time to move it around. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up just so that I don't get any glue where I don't want it, and just cover this. Okay, so now we can bring our piece over, and I just like to set it down really fast and then pick it right back up, fold that so that I can see where I'm at with the lining up. So I want, oh, it's the same size. I didn't trim down the paper. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Good thing that it was pretty straight. I can see a little bit hanging out. On my prototypes, I did cut this a little bit shorter than the height of the paper, of the basis, so my apologies. Not a big deal. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we've got this going on, so now we're going to go to the back. And we're going to do the same by putting on the back. I'm just going to leave it like this. It's okay. Okay, like that. We are getting some, some bending because it's just 20-pound paper. So I'm just going to set that down. Again, pick it up really quickly. That's why I recommend Fabri-Tac. So you can't even tell that paper was cut really well because it's not even hanging over. So then you just do want to open this up so that you can make sure that you don't have a bunch of glue sticking like I did on that other one when I opened it. Okay. Oh, this is off. What the what? Look at that. It's off. That's okay. Again, you know what I say, perfection is not at play. Have fun, don't worry about it. So this one can go either way because it's the same exact pattern. So now we're going to bring over our little piece of belly band. So I love this. This was a jelly print, so fun. I actually think I want this segment because it matches the kit papers, but I made it myself. You can check that out on the channel if you haven't seen that jelly printing play video. I'm not an expert, but I did have a lot of fun. Again, I wish that this had something on the inside, but it's okay. And so then I just leave that on. I don't want to make it too tight because I don't want to bend my corner like I did on the prototype. I don't know if you saw that, but I did kind of crush the corner a little bit trying to get it out. So then I just lift this up, cut off the excess. I'm just going to snip that right there. Okay. I'm going to ink this up really quick before we glue it together. So then I fold it all back and ink it up. Make it nice and beachy, grungy. Just like so. And then we can go ahead and we've got more there than we need. So I'm just going to put some glue here. And then just close that up again. Just want to make sure it's nice and neatly even. Okay, so now that can go on our little accordion writing space. Slide that on. Boom. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Ah! Okay, so I was debating on this because it seems kind of big, but I actually do love it. It's also creating a little bit of contrast to bring out some white in the actual foam here. So I'm going to round the corners on this. I think I am going to use it. I was debating, but I think I like it well enough. This is just a ephemera from one of the kits. I can't remember which one. All the kits I'm using will be linked below in the video description box, as always. So that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, let's put that on there. So what I need to do though is I need to kind of go like this and create some glue lines so I don't get glue where I don't want it. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a pencil mark here. Make a pencil mark here, and then I'm just going to put glue there. And I am going to use my white glue because sometimes you want a really fast adhesion, and sometimes you don't. Okay, just like so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get a baby wipe. That was not intended. Glue all over my table. Have enough back on the back of this. Let's add some more here just in case. There we go. Now it's wet. If it's not one thing, it's another. So this is day 2 that I haven't had to go back to my sister's to help out. So I'm happy about that. I think they're past the really critical part right now. So in case you guys have not heard, my sister has special needs, and she lives with a guy they've been friends for a long time, and they're just friends. They're not romantically involved at all, and he had a full hip replacement, and it's been quite the challenge because they're not very it's not that they're not educated, but they don't know how to navigate everything that they need to navigate and communicate and articulate and all those things that you need to be able to do for your own medical care. So you know what I'm feeling like I want to do here? I'm feeling like I want to put an eyelid on that just for kicks. I don't know why. I'm just going to grab my, it's like, of course, the last one I touch, I'm going to grab my setter. I just feel like this would be kind of cute hanging out the side of it. So let's just do it. Just kind of off the cuff, so I'm just going to slide this in here and get a hole there at the bottom here, the C label. Oh, it's not even, but that's okay. Oh, I don't care. It didn't need to be quite that far over either. So we're going to put that on, and then I'm going to grab, and I'm going to set it here in a sec, but I want to grab a little piece of seam binding. Just grab some of this really beautiful turquoise. I kind of don't have a seafoam green really that works. Like, oh, maybe I do. I feel like that is really bold. This would actually be kind of cool too. Not quite green enough. Oh, maybe it's this one. Yeah, let's use this one. Let's use this one. So I'm just going to grab a bit of that, and then we're going to set this eyelet. I do want to tie this seam binding in now, because otherwise I won't be able to get to it, which I'll show you in a second. Let me trim that a bit and get this in here. I don't know if we're going to see any more gymnastics today. This was my gymnastics for my creative gymnastics. I'm going to use my pencil, stuff that in there. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so it's going to be tricky to tie this. Well, it's not attached to anything. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. This is a nice little addition. Bravo, Cara-Renee. On the fray, and I'm still got some ideas. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more relieved. I'm just really tired. Really tired. Not sleeping great. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this one out a little bit. Yeah. Got a little bit much there, but I'm just going to trim that off. I just throw these into my scrap bin. They don't go in the trash, so use them in clusters and whatnot. So now, oh, it's so cool. Look at that. I love it. Okay, it needs to hang off here though, so that the eyelet goes off the side. So how is that going to work? Well, I'm just going to put the glue on here, just to the eyelet, from the eyelet down. Okay, like that. I am going to use the white glue just because I want a fast adhesion. You get a little bit of working room, but not much with Barely Arts. So I think I want it. Oh, we don't want it to go over there. That would have been a disaster. It needs to go below the. It needs to go on the belly band. That would have not been good. So let's just set her right there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look at that. And it's so simple. It doesn't have to be super elaborate. So fun. Ooh, I love it. Got a little bit of ooze and glue there. Okay, so let's do the other one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so this is our other one. So this time I do want to cut the paper down a little bit. I think it's currently the size of this. It is. So I'm going to trim about 1/8 of an inch off of the bottom of this piece of paper. There we go. Okay, so we've got these two. Look at those images. Aren't they precious? So I'm going to, I think I will not round the edges on these ones and be different and just ink this up. I need to change my sponge. I'm getting sponge particles everywhere, which I do not like. And I don't think I pulled anything to decorate this. I thought I had done all of this, but I'm not seeing it at the moment, so maybe it'll appear. I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, so same thing. We're going to go ahead and just line this up, and again we're going to go slightly we're moving this out beyond the edge of the paper just a little bit, and then doing the same with this side just a bit, and then we're going to start our folds. And I'm just going to use my scissors and just trim that. You want to be careful though, because you don't want to cut that open. So I could very easily cut that fold open, but I'm being very careful. This tea stain paper is from Ruby and Pearl. It's from her Beautiful Birds kit. It's one of my favorite background pages. It's a quick and easy grab. I have it saved on my desktop, and I do back a lot of my digitals with this because it goes with anything. So there we go. So there she is. So let me do the inking on this as well. If we missed any edges, we can always catch them later. It looks like I did pretty good. It looks like I didn't get this one. Let's just do it since I see it. Okay. So just going to fold that back up. So you've got your little 4 segments of this little fold out piece. So let's just start with her. I love her so much. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac again. Okay, like that. You just want to make sure that if your papers are directional, that when you put the one on the back, you get it going the right direction. That would be sad. So I'm just turning this over so that I can see where I'm at. So I'm just centering it completely on the edges and the top and bottom. Again, some irregular folds, but no matter, it's fine. And then just kind of open that so you don't have any stickage. So I'm turning it over. This is the top. So I know that this is the top. There we go. I really, really like this girl a lot. She's really sweet. So I'm just going to place that down as well. Pick it up. If you were using white glue, you have less time. So just be mindful of that. If you're using like a Barely Arts or Art Glitter Glue. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. So just going to open that up. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, this way. It's like, why do I only have to? I forgot. I didn't even notice that. You've got the 2 on the back as well. So you've got 4 panels on the front, and then you've got 2 back there. So that's really cool as well. I didn't even catch that. So there we go. So I'm going to use this paper here. This is from another paper pack another digital, and I like the tones because I feel like it's the best choice I have to kind of get in this grungy zone of this this particular digital paper. So I'm just going to hold that there, turn it over, and then I don't want to fold it here because I want to make sure that my edges are even. So I pull that away and then just give that a good press like so. Okay. Put it back in and then bring this over. And again, leave a little bit of room. You don't want it to be super tight. And then just give that a press. Okay. And I'm going to cut off the excess. I think I can cut it a little bit smaller than I did before, like so. I'm going to take that back off and ink it up really nice and grungy. The back where that seam is not going to show, so you don't have to worry about that. I just automatically just ink everything in sight. So there we go. So now we can go ahead and glue that. Let's see how much we have. About 1/2 inch. It's a little bit much, but that's okay. No worries. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Did I have something for this? I could have swore I pulled out something to decorate this one with. I have no idea where it is, so I'll have to reach and do that with you guys if you don't mind. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I want this to be what's facing out initially. So that was a perfect size for the belly band because it didn't wreck my corners. I'm just going to pull it down kind of there in mid-body there. So cool. Okay, so let me just show you what I got here. So I have, this is how I store my fussy cuts when I'm doing a project. So this is all of the fussy cuts for the ocean or the at the beach journal. So let's just see what we can find in here. Oh, this one's actually looks really cool. Salty air. Ooh, I like that right there. I don't know how good I feel about cutting that. Let's try it. Not super in a fussy cutting mood, but let's give it a go. Oh, not too bad. I actually really, really like the simplicity of that. I didn't think I would. Do I want a little bit of a circle underneath? I'm debating. Let me think about that a quick second. It would be kind of nice to separate this out. So I've got this piece I could use some of, oh, that's two, that's split. Try another one. These are all my scraps over there on the side. So what could I use? What do we want to use? I think this is too narrow here. Yeah, too narrow. I could go here. Or the sky. Pardon me while I fuss. You know, sometimes you just don't know what's going to look the best. I just feel like that's not the right color tone. So how about we just get a piece of this instead? Actually, I'm not going to cut this whole big one. I've got another part of this. So let's just do that. Let's pick a piece of it that's kind of light and just put a circle underneath that little sentiment. So I'm just going to ink that up. Okay, and maybe we'll grab a little piece of lace. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Let me put the lace on top of this. So again, I like to kind of make a glue line so that I don't end up affecting that, having any glue oozing. So I'm just going to make a rough line there. And that's where I'm going to put my glue. We are just about done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and that you are inspired. And inspired to remember that you don't have to go all, you know, gung-ho. It doesn't have to be something fancy to be amazing and to be very functional. This is a very functional thing for a junk journal to have if you like writing space, which I do. So I'm just going to try to tear this or cut it so I can tear it. This is some coffee dyed lace I enjoy using. Some parts of it tear really easily and other parts of it don't so much. So got some hairy bits. Let's get those hairy bits out of there. And I've got an extra bit there that I don't care for. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Woohoo. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, so now, and the only thing I don't like about this, I don't like all that white. So I'm going to try to dingy that up a little bit so it's not quite so stark white. Just a little bit of ink on my dauber. Oh, that's perfect. Looks nice and vintagey. I'm just going to put my Fabri-Tac on the back of this and just put a little extra to get through that lace. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just like that. And then I just do want to make sure I get this centered on here. So yeah, pretty. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. So simple, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you're inspired. This would be a great scrap busting kind of project because it's all you would need is strips of paper, and you could make them wider if you wanted to. You'd have to kind of finagle, you know, your piece inside to be so you could equally distribute the folds to get it to fit. But this totally works. So that is it, my friends. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.